Can anyone identify the purpose of this old ivory thing? This object is about 15 centimeters tall, made of ivory and half-threaded on the inside at one end. The other end is open, but has a narrow lip, and the case is shagreen with a hinge and pin lock. A friend of mine bought it because he thought it looked cool, but he has no idea what it is. He is a very knowledgeable antiques and collectibles dealer. The fact that he didn't know what it was is the most intriguing aspect, and that's what brought me here to solicit any answers to the puzzle. There is no writing or labeling on it at all, and we are all stumped. We are not sure how old it is, but the shagreen case and being made of ivory, it probably isn't recent. Any ideas what its purpose might be? It's a 19th century whalebone fisherman's line and shot container, missing the center section. It was used for storing wound-up fishing line on all the long cleats. The turned top finial unscrews to release the center section, which comprises 4 cylindrical screw thread boxes for hooks and weights, and the lower box holding a fixed double spool. What is this 2-inch figurine with a small cavity covered by a door, found in a house built in 1937? It appears to be bakelite. There's a spring that appears to have held it close, but it's broken now. I think it looks like a cat, but I'm not sure what the purpose of the cavity is. Does anyone know what purpose it has? It's an early 19th century snuff box. I have a bird one with a hinged wing. It was used to hold snuff to keep it dry and protected from spilling, and was made from black horn. Snuff is a finely powdered tobacco that was inhaled through the nose rather than smoked. What's this old thing in the park near my kid's school? It's in a park in the suburbs of a Midwest city. FM is cast into a part of the steel. There are some old concrete footings nearby, and the park has lots of signage about trees, but nothing about this ruin. Any insights would be appreciated. It's an antique belt-driven water pump, made by Fairbanks Morse and Company of Chicago, Illinois. Here's the pump from a 1914 catalog. The pump has 2 pulleys, one of which is the drive pulley, and the other is the idler pulley, and is powered by a hit-and-miss engine. We are visiting Belfast and saw a few of these at the harbour near where the Titanic slipway was. It had several fittings, so I wasn't sure if it was a unique bollard, but none of them had a description. Any idea what they are? It's an Mk-14 sea mine, once used to defend the coast from attack during World War II. It was designed to disable or sink ships and submarines by detonating when a vessel physically strikes it. The mine had horn-like projections protruding from its bulk, called Hertz horns. These acted as contact triggers when floating in the water. After being laid from a ship or aircraft, a safety mechanism delays arming for a set period, allowing the laying vessel to get clear. Once armed, the mine sits quietly waiting for a target. It floats at a preset depth, usually just below the surface, where it can hit a ship's hull. The depth is adjustable, so it can target surface ships or submarines. When a horn is bent or broken by contact with a ship, the acid inside the vial spills onto a battery cell, creating an electrical current that triggers the detonator. What is this magnet I found in the glove box of a truck? Around 4 inches long and around 1 inch in diameter. I'm thinking it is some sort of device to grip in your hand to add weight when you throw a punch at someone. Any help would be amazing. It's an older ferrite cow magnet, used to prevent or treat hardware disease in cattle, a disease that is caused by the ingestion of metal objects. Farmers often place one of these cow magnets in the cow's stomach to attract nails or small pieces of iron that the cow ingests. This prevents damage to a cow's stomach or hardware disease. While grazing, cows and buffaloes eat everything from grass and dirt to nails, staples, and bits of baling wire. Tramp iron tends to lodge in the honeycomb walls of the reticulum, threatening the surrounding vital organ and causing irritation and inflammation known as hardware disease. The cow loses her appetite and decreases her milk output or her ability to gain weight. Cow magnets help prevent this disease by attracting stray metal from the folds and crevices of the rumen and reticulum and holding them in place so that they cannot move around and injure the animal. The magnet simply keeps foreign metallic objects adhered together in a ball, reducing the chances of penetrating the reticulum. They can be administered with a balling gun, like those used for pills. The magnet will move into the second stomach compartment of the cow. It will usually remain there for at least a year, but may eventually be expelled through the digestive tract. What is this scissors-like thing found when we were clearing out my great-grandmother's house? I don't think it's embroidery scissors. Those blades are usually thinner and more precise. This looks like it's made for something thicker. Does anyone know what it's for? It's an old-fashioned midwife umbilical cord clamp, similar to this. They stand on one claw foot with a scissor-type mechanism hinged at the eye. But yours looks like a decorative item kept to celebrate a birth, because if you look closely, it looks like one piece, as in it's not two pieces with a hinge and will not open or close. They seem like they are a poured casting maybe, and meant to look like scissors or the umbilical clamp. What is this marble rectangle with a curved metal arc and felt, about 6 inches long, and found in a box of desk supplies? On top is a small brass handle knob, and the brass arc on the bottom is screwed onto the marble. It's probably less than 100 years old, as it's from a set of necessary desk items for personal use. It was found in the United States, in the Mid-Atlantic region, but the original owner also lived in Illinois for a time and traveled worldwide regularly. Our best guess is some kind of embossing item. Any ideas would be cool to hear. It's an early 20th century ink blotter, a tool used to quickly dry wet ink on paper, especially when using fountain pens, which often release a significant amount of ink. The blotting paper, a thick and highly absorbent paper, is the key component. When pressed against wet ink, it soaks up the excess liquid, allowing the ink to dry faster and reducing the risk of smudging. Even after folks stopped using fountain pens regularly, ink blotters would often be kept on desks as a sort of status symbol. What are these items I saw at an antique store in Michigan, and the owner didn't know what it was? He had 9 of them for $1 each, or like $6 for all. It looks like a light to me. The 2 points hanging down from the bottom are electrical points. When that flat metal piece on the side is pushed in, the circuit completes, and the green light turns on. But I have no idea what it slid into during normal use. Any ideas? Please let us know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.